We begin tonight with breaking news on the aftermath of the storm. Right now, Highway 99 flooded over. You're looking at what's left following the New Year's Eve storm that brought inches of rain, high winds, and breached levees last night. A storm that has now turned deadly. You see the abandoned flooded cars on the freeway. This morning, a person was found dead inside a car that was completely submerged. Cosumnes fire officials telling us that the car was swept off Dillard Road just east of Highway 99. That major highway still closed right now. And here's another look at Highway 99 right now, closed from Grant Line Road to Dillard Road south of the city of Elk Grove, and it will be closed for several more hours. Good evening, I'm Luke Clary. Thank you for joining us. And for over 24 hours, we've been tracking winter storms in our area and the path of destruction that this one left behind. Officials confirmed that there were 3 levee breaches in the Cosumnes River area causing flooding that you just saw. And despite the break in the rain, floodwaters turned deadly this morning in Sacramento County. It happened south of Elk Grove off Dillard Highway near Highway 99. ABC 10 reporter Brandon Rittiman went to the scene for us.
As bad as things look on Dillard Road this evening, you have to imagine it was even worse earlier today. When we first got here this morning, the water level was all the way up to the roof of the pickup truck that you see in the shot right there. So imagine those conditions when rescuers finally got in there by boat to look for that missing person, looked into the vehicle and found the driver was sadly still inside.
The individual was recovered from a vehicle that was completely submerged in water.
Firefighters never want to lose anyone, but one look at Highway 99 makes it clear many more people could have died here today. More than a dozen cars got caught in water rushing across the highway.
We rescued dozens of people over the last 24 hours from the rooftop of their vehicle or from the bed of their pickup truck when it became impossible for them to rescue themselves.
Sacramento County confirms levees near the Cosumnes River breached in 3 places. Those levees likely weakened by floating debris in similar floods that happened here back in 2017.
It's my second time going through it, so I'm fine with it. If I have to sleep on the roof, you sleep on the roof.
Dronell Ferguson and his son Cameron spent the morning trying to clear the private road to their house and a few of their neighbors. Luckily, their homes are on ground that's just high enough.
I'm feeling blessed that my house didn't get soaked.
Plenty of neighbors around them didn't have the same good fortune. And all this water, it's not done causing problems yet.
Fast-moving water is still moving through Sacramento County. The hazard is not gone.
In Point Pleasant, closer to I-5, the sandbag station had a lot of visitors.
I wasn't expecting this weather, so I knew it was going to rain, but I forgot how crazy it gets. So
Stephanie Lopez was expecting to spend the holidays shooting pool with her family. Instead, she's helping sandbag her grandparents' garage. Now you get to do this.
Yeah, no, not a bad way to spend my Sunday. The New Year, right? So
it's a fun family activity.
Yeah. Nice bonding experience.
With evacuations in place, they plan on staying elsewhere tonight. Rescuers would love it if more people did the same, or at least
seek high ground when you're asked to do so and do not drive on flooded roadways.
Meantime, everyone wonders, how many more days of this are we in for to kick off 2023?
I hear we're supposed to have, 15 more days of rain? So with 15 more days of rain, hopefully some of this goes away and hopefully it's not as bad as it was yesterday.
Now this car you can see got washed out into the middle of a field right here, sort of an impromptu lake that is feeding into Highway 99, still running across the highway. Caltrans saying that Highway 99 is expected to be closed until at least tomorrow, possibly late in the day.
Our Brandon Rittiman reporting, and we'll keep you updated if we hear any changes on Highway 99 reopening. While the rain may have ceased for the day, we're still seeing the impacts of the storm. Point Pleasant residents have been ordered to evacuate. And ABC 10's Alicia Machado is live there now with more on the order and a closer look at the area. Alicia, what are you seeing?
Yeah, well, emergency officials say that flooding is imminent and those floodwaters could get extremely dangerous after sunset. And here we are at that time period now. We've seen people continue to come to this sandbag location over at the local Methodist church Shovels and sandbags are available here, and we have seen people coming to pick up those sandbags. Now, officials do tell me that they are expecting those floodwaters to become dangerous and to kind of move into the area around midnight tonight, but that's just an estimate. It could come a little bit sooner, it could come a little bit later, so we're going to be continuing to watch this area and bring you any updates from our local officials as we get them. But as for families and residents who are out here in this area, some have decided to pick up, grab their things and go, but others have decided to stay. We actually spoke with a family this afternoon who said they feel that they're in a high enough area of this residential neighborhood, so they are planning to stay. Take a listen.
We weren't super worried until then the police officer came and the sirens starting, and we're really not that worried still. We, community takes care of community, so we're just gonna ride it out and see what happens.
Again, we do want to remind you that the Point Pleasant area is under an evacuation order, not a warning anymore. As for driving around these areas, there are some parts that are already flooded. If you caught us at 5, you would have seen that on Franklin Boulevard there was already flooding. Now, officials say what they are expecting to happen is for that water that flooded over in Wilton that we saw yesterday, they are expecting some of that water to come downhill, and that's their major concern for the waters coming into this area. Now, there is an evacuation center that is open. It's located at Wackford Community Center. Write this down if you need it. That's on 9014 Bruceville Road in Elk Grove. We'll continue to keep an eye on this and bring you more updates as we get them both on air and online at abc10.com.
Yeah, thank you, Alicia. Some stunning images there of the water coming over the road, but it's great to see neighbors caring for neighbors there. I want to get it over to Brendan Minchef in the Weather Center right now for a closer look at some of the areas that Alicia was talking about.
Yeah, so we talked yesterday night a lot about the Wilton area and the levees up there, and you can see in this red polygon that's a flash flood warning continues through tonight. But we'll zoom into the Wilton area first to start with, because that is the area that we've been paying the most attention to. It's where we had those levee issues earlier in the day. So there we go. We zoom on in there and you can see those levee issues. All the water that was flooding down from Wilton is working its way across 99 and headed to the Point Pleasant area, where they are worried about not levees breaking, but just the amount of water coming in. That's why there is that evacuation order. Zoom in a little bit more. We had some pictures in Alicia's piece there from this intersection right here, Franklin Boulevard, Twin Cities Road. Already saw some flooding there with more water to come. So if you're under that evacuation order, go ahead and get out before the water arrives. There's already some water there. There's going to be more coming. It has not crested yet. Here's that flood warning, and this goes really until the waters are back below flood stage. The flash flood warning for Wilton, parts of 99 over towards Bruceville, that continues through tonight. So as we look at the McKellenly River near I-5, you can see, again, it has not crested yet, still expected to crest at over 21 feet. With some more rain on the way. We're not going to see the rain tonight. We're going to stay dry tonight, but by the time we get to tomorrow morning and late in the morning, early afternoon, we're going to see those first bands of rain moving on in. We'll talk more about the timing of that rain coming up later in the show, Blue.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. We'll check in with you in a few minutes. Sac Metro firefighters have been rescuing stranded people from the floodwaters. Now, what you're seeing here is the district's Copter 1. We're actually getting a view right there in the cockpit, which was utilized to make multiple rescues. Last night, one person found themselves trapped in cold water after their car washed off the road, and first responders hoisted the victim out of there. The victim then transported to the hospital in critical condition. And again, just a few hours ago, crews found another person in the water pressed up against some trees. Another hoist rescue, and this video shows the crew returning with the victim to be transported to the hospital. The high winds causing several downed trees and power lines. Tens of thousands of Smug customers are still in the dark tonight after the storm knocked down branches and in some cases entire trees, snapping power lines on their way down. It's not clear when the power will be restored to all of those customers, and meanwhile, thousands are without power across Northern California. Over 3,200 PG&E customers in West Sacramento. And Galt and Stockton residents also struggling with a large number of outages. According to PG&E, there is no estimated time that the power will be restored. And take a look at this. Neighbors helping neighbors. Several folks coming together to clean up a downed tree and broken branches littering the road. Some neighbors bringing out chainsaws and wheelbarrows, as well as rakes and brooms to help clear the street. And here are a few more scenes of the damage that the storm left behind in Midtown. There are some really big trees down, like that one, causing road closures, some smashing onto cars, and again, road closures going into a second evening in a row. Remember to download the free ABC 10 app so you can track the weather anytime, anywhere on your phone. It's also a great way that you can submit your weather videos and pictures on the app that will be featured right here on our show.